pizza place and change the name to Chuck E. Cheese's? That's right. You get the same terrific pizza, the same fun and games. They're just naming the place after me. So look for the new sign, Chuck E. Cheese's, where a kid can be a kid.
Chuck E. Cheese, the place where a kid can be a kid. For decades, this pizza and arcade empire was the destination for birthdays, ball pits, and singing animatronic bands. But behind the nostalgia lies a wild story of innovation, rivalry, bankruptcy, and reinvention. And in 2025, Chuck E. Cheese is making an unexpected comeback. This time, not for kids, but for adults. Our story begins in 1977 when Nolan Bushnell, the co-founder of Atari, had a crazy idea. What if he combined arcade with pizza and family entertainment? That idea became Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater. It was the first restaurant of its kind, blending video games, food, and animatronic shows into one place. In the early years, Chuck E. Cheese faced some serious competition from another chain, ShowBiz Pizza Place. Both brands had pizza, games, and singing robots. But ShowBiz was famous for its elaborate band, the Rockefeller Explosion. In 1984, Chuck E. Cheese went bankrupt, and that's when ShowBiz swooped in and purchased the company. For years, the two brands operated separately until the 90s, when ShowBiz officially rebranded all of its restaurants as Chuck E. Cheese. That merger created the nationwide empire so many of us grew up with. By the 1990s, Chuck E. Cheese was unstoppable. Kids couldn't get enough of the tickets, prizes, pizza, and that one-of-a-kind birthday experience. The animatronic mouse mascot had become a household name. But not everything stayed golden. The rise of home video games, changing consumer habits, and the tough competition started eating into profits. The brand also dealt with a reputational problem. Parents complained about cheap prizes, broken machines, and the outdated animatronics that felt more creepy than magical. In 2020, the pandemic hit, forcing Chuck E. Cheese to file for bankruptcy once again. The company closed dozens of locations, and for many, it seemed like the party was finally over. By the mid-2020s, Chuck E. Cheese was a fraction of its former self. Many old locations shut down, and the company shifted to smaller, updated stores with fewer animatronics and more modern arcades. They leaned harder on digital games, mobile apps, and partnerships. But the kid-focused model was no longer enough. In 2025, Chuck E. Cheese made a surprising move, launching adult-focused arcade locations called Chuck's Arcade, with some eventually even having full bar service, modern arcade cabinets, retro classics, live DJs, and yes, even pizza. These new spots are aimed at millennials and Gen Z adults who grew up with Chuck E. Cheese and still crave that arcade fun, just without the screaming kids. So from pioneering family arcade in the 1970s to merging with ShowBiz in the 80s to nearly disappearing in the 2020s, Chuck E. Cheese is once again reinventing itself. Will the adult-focused pivot save the brand? Or is it just another gimmick on the road to extinction? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, Chuck E. Cheese is still finding a way to stay in the game.